Hey, what's up everyone? How you doing? It's me, Mr. 4K Upscaler, yet again. This video, it's really by a request. I had a bunch of people on the forums, on the Facebook, on the Twitter. Yes, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, I'm pretty much everywhere, man. If you type my name, I will show up. And you guys can communicate with me, or you can go to my Discord. It's all there on my homepage. This question has been posted a lot. People have been asking me, Mr. 4K, we all know you have a PC, not only one, but you got two PCs. One NVIDIA, the other one is the AMD from Ryzen. How come you're not talking about the RTX, this new ray tracing technology that's implemented on NVIDIA GeForce GeForce RTX 2070 and 2080. I'm in the mindset of GTX, but it's a GeForce RTX 2070 and 2080. So how come you're not talking about it? Well, first and foremost, I was busy. I didn't have time to really talk about it. Yes, I did watch the keynote. I did watch the whole thing, and this demo was presented on the keynote on NVIDIA show. They were showing the ray tracing running on Battlefield 5 PC version via RTX 2080, and just how much it implements onto a game such as Battlefield 5. This was DICE showing the demo of the flamethrower passing by on the left side and then reflecting it naturally on the right side of the window here on this market. Okay, and here's the thing. Ray tracing, it's a very complex rendering, and it's in its first embryo stages, if you will. How do I say this? See, I'm trying to choose my words carefully so that way I don't sound stupid, and that way I don't make some stupid statements, because I know you guys will judge this video one way or the other. Ray tracing, it's still in its embryonic early stages, and it's evolving, and it's going to take a while for developers like DICE and Crystal Dynamics and others, and probably CD Projekt Red. It's going to take a while for this technology to evolve. So if you are jumping on the bandwagon, purchasing this card right away, paying $800 or $1,200 for RTX 2080, thinking that all of a sudden, you're going to implement that super perfect ray tracing, well, it will be there. Here's the thing. The ray tracing will show up on the Battlefield 5, but don't expect the frame rate to be anything like it's going to be 30. Don't expect it to be above 30. The frame rate is going to be 30 FPS to 28 to 26 to 28 to 30. That's what you're going to be getting. You're going to be getting 30 FPS to 27 to 28. It's going to fluctuate between 27, 28, 30. 27, 28, 30. That's what you're going to be getting here once it's fluctuating and rendering this ray tracing. Okay. Because it takes a lot of horsepower. When you turn the ray tracing on, your graphics card and your fan or whatever it is that you're using, it's going to be squeezing so much power. It's going to be raping, for the lack of a better term. Maybe I shouldn't be using that word, but it's going to be, really, it's going to be putting so much pressure, if you will. It's going to be raping your graphics card, your GPU, and even your memory and CPU. It's going to be working all at the same time, because they are trying to preserve that realistic rendering that you're seeing here. Okay? Because you got to remember something. Not only do you have higher textures, not only do you have volumetric lights, not only do we have tessellation, not only do we have anti-aliasing, that alone, it's taking so much power, not to mention the resolution. Now, when you add a ray tracing and turn it on, that's gonna even squeeze even more power, and that's why I use the term rape. You know, it's gonna rape your graphics card, for the lack of the better term, rape. It's gonna rape your graphics card, and you're gonna have a bottleneck. And another thing I want to say, when you purchase this RTX 2070 or 2080 graphics card this month, later on this month, don't expect it to run in native 4K. Okay, it's not going to happen. You're not going to see native 4K ray tracing on your computer. Otherwise, you're going to be running a 24 to 23 frames per second. Okay, your frame rate is going to be so low that it's going to be unplayable. You simply won't be able to play it. The reasonable resolution, it's 1080p or QHD. I'm being reasonable here. QHD with 30 frames per second with ray trace on, that's the only way you'll be able to like experience it. So forget about the 4K. If you're going to turn the ray tracing on, you're going to have to move down to QHD. You're going to have to move down to 1440p. Okay. And oh look, I would like to apologize for using the word raping your card, but that's like the only way I can express, hypothetically, how I can express how much this ray tracing is going to destroy your GPU, especially if you move it up to like a native 4K. It's just gonna eat your graphics card. Okay, it's gonna put so much pressure on it because this takes a lot of rendering power, guys. So my thoughts on RTX 2070 and 2080, it's pretty much like everybody else said. Same thing as Jay-Z 2 Cents said. Same thing as Tech of Tomorrow has said. Do you really need RTX 2070 and 2080? Do you need it now? Honestly, you really don't. You really don't need it now. First of all, it's too expensive. Just the graphics card alone is too expensive. And then, how many games are you gonna have that are going to run like smoothly? You're gonna have maybe 3 games, roughly. This one, Tomb Raider, and Exodus. But don't expect those games to run some super high-end performance. Okay, you're not gonna have this game running at 60 frames per second with all of this stuff on, with the ray trace on. Okay, it's just not gonna happen. So right now, honestly, if you have a 1080, if you have 1070, if you have RTX 570 or AMD, you're good, man. You're fine. This is only for those of you who have money and you don't care. You want to be the first adopter. You don't care. You want to adopt this card. You want to have the best and the latest, and the money's not an issue. You don't care. If you're one of those guys or one of those gals who is loaded and money's not an issue, I mean, God bless you. Good for you. Go and pick it up. Go and get it. But remember this. Developers are still learning about this new rendering, this lighting rendering, reflection rendering, this ray tracing rendering. They're still working on it. It's still in its embryonic stages. It'll take a while till we see full-fledged ray trace on type of games. I personally think that Cyberpunk 2077 will utilize this fully in 2020 or 2021 whenever they release the game on the PC, I think. But for right now, if you really want to have this card and I guess you want to have some kind of technical demo to show off, like I said, remember, it's expensive. Look, it will look great. It will look nice. I'm not saying that's not going to look great, but you got to remember, you're not going to be hitting native 4K 60 FPS with the ray trace on. Okay, you're not gonna. That's not gonna happen, dude. Okay, you're not gonna have that on native 4K. So if you are dreaming about native 4K and you're gonna be able to have something like this running in native 4K at the 60 FPS, it's just simply not going to happen. Roughly, you're gonna get 30 to 28 frames per second to 27 frames per second with QHD. And then if you turn it to 1080p, you'll probably get 30 steady 30 FPS. So I just want you to understand that. All right. Now I don't know what kind of computer you would need to hit a native 4K with 60 FPS with ray trace on. We'll have to wait till people get a hold of this card, till people do some benchmarking, some tests. The best thing to do is this. I want to say something before I end this video, and I'll look at you guys directly. And again, I apologize for using the word rape to describe how badly your graphics card is going to be destroyed by turning the ray trace on. Maybe I should have used a different metaphor. I shouldn't have used that, so I apologize for that. My apologies. I should have used a different metaphor to describe what's going to happen to your graphics card, the kind of pressure it will take for your graphics card to be able to handle this, you know, and the kind of cooling you're going to need just to do this. All right, so having said that, my apologies. I shouldn't have used that. I want to say something to you guys. I'll look you directly in the camera, and I want to say something. And this is my opinion. What I'm going to say next, it's my opinion, and it's my point of view. It's an independent point of view for me. It doesn't represent anybody else. It just represents me and my point of view. I've seen a lot of people jump on the new products bandwagon, and they always like to jump in on whatever's new. I want to buy this. I want to buy it. It's a new thing. If money's not an issue and you don't care and you have money, you're not going to care one way or the other. But if you're not at the top of the elite, if you're not like super wealthy, super rich, and money is an issue for you because you have to pay your bills, mortgages, and put your kids through school or what have you, for you, that's going to be an issue. That's going to be a problem. So for you, here's my advice to you. Any new technology that you adopt and jump on the bandwagon, you will pay a higher price. But don't expect, when you pay that early adoption higher price for that product, to be running smooth. Don't expect that product to run smooth as a butter. It's not going to happen. There will be issues. There will be a bottleneck. There will be a bunch of stuff that's going to happen between your graphics card and your Windows. It's going to shut down, or you're going to have to go ahead and reinstall it again. There's going to have to send the new drivers, depending on your motherboard, PCI Express, blah, 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 blah. All of these elements you have to look into. So, for you who can't just throw money away left and right and adopt to the new technology, for you, the best thing to do, it's wait. There's so many YouTube channels out there that they're legit. Jay-Z 2 Cents, Linus Tech Tip, Tech of Tomorrow, Elric, he's the best. There's plenty of YouTube channels out there. They're going to do tests. They're going to do benchmarking. And they're going to tell you honestly the tests, the results, and what you can expect. And what kind of CPU do you need? What kind of motherboard? What kind of memory? All of that stuff will be implemented. They're going to let you know what kind of cooling you should need, how much does the card overheat when you turn the ray tracing on. So the best thing to do, my advice to you right now, the best thing to do is for you to wait. Wait till November, till holidays, December. Wait till all these benchmarkings have been put out for the public. once everything is being tested, once everything has been tested, and once everything has been put out there for you to see, then you can go through all these channels, the big ones like I just said, JZ 2 Cents, Tech of Tomorrow, Elric, the Linus Tech Tips. You can go through all of them, or even Digital Foundry. You can go to them and you can look and see the results. You can check the results, you can look at them, and then you can, based on that, you can determine whether you should invest into it or not. But do remember, they're very expensive. I mean, $1,200. I mean, you can buy a 4K TV. I like add another $300, $400. You can have a really good 4K TV. There's a lot you can do. You can have a really good PC on that too. There's a lot you can do with that kind of money. All right, so you have to think about what you're paying. All right, so there you have it in 16 minutes. There's my point of view. Remember, again, I apologize for using the metaphor that I use on this video. My apologies. I apologize to YouTube community and everyone that I used that word. I shouldn't have used that word. So I apologize in advance. But other than that, what I meant by that was that your graphics card will be put to a barbecue test. For you, once you turn that ray trace on, that thing it's on, once it's turned on, your graphics card is going to be so freaking hot. So you better have a good cooling. I'm just letting you know that this is a brand new technology and very complex technology. Okay, they're using this technology in CGI movies. It's a very complex. So you just need to understand that this technology, it's still in its eggshell embryonic stages, and it's evolving. It's evolving, and it's not there yet. It's still evolving. Okay. So there you have it. That's my honest opinions and views. You guys are welcome to disagree. Like I said, I welcome everyone's opinion. I'm not here to judge, but I think you guys should respect my views and my opinions in a polite way as well. I understand people have their preferences. People love green, they love red. Everybody's got their own hats. I get that. I understand that. I'm just here to give you my thoughts and honest opinions, and that's all it is. I'm not here to tell you, go buy it, don't buy it. I don't work for NVIDIA. I don't work for AMD. I work for myself. I'm independent, and I'm giving you my independent point of view. That's all there is to it. Well, there you have it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see you on Friday. On Friday, we're going to do a bunch of videos. I'll wake up early, and I'll do a bunch of tests for the Spider-Man. It will be done good. It will all be 10 minutes each, 4K. It's going to look really good. So there you go. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on Friday. Be good. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.